Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I'm going to get into this Pat McGrath Labs palette. This is Devine Rose Luxe Quad. And this is what she looks like. I think I might have used it once. I think I might have got this in Bizy Beauty Customs. I'm pretty sure I got it in Bizy Beauty Customs. But anyways, if you want to see me put a look together and get ready this morning for work, then stick around. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I did use this Glowish by Huda Beauty Blur Jam. I put this on to prime my skin. I did do all my skincare this morning as well. I did my lippy declutter last night. The video is a little over an hour. And yeah, I just found a whole nother drawer of lippies over here. So I just put them away. There was like, I don't know, maybe, oh gosh, I don't even know how many. Maybe like 15, if that. A couple glosses, and I don't know. I can't believe I missed that drawer. But it was, I've gotten it way down, way down. Like, I have lippies up there, and I have some over here, but it's way less than it was. I just used my Elta MD. This is the UV AOX Elements SPF 50. So, plus I got my Key Soul Care SPF moisturizer on too. So like, I feel like I'm double protected. But yeah, it's starting to, as I'm going through stuff, it's starting to like really come together, and I'm really happy right now that it's starting to look the way that it is, and it's getting me very excited to go through more stuff. Like, I have powders, concealers, liners, and foundations as well, because I got a lot of foundations that I don't really use or need, and I think a couple of them are probably way expired. This is, I'm not sure. I think it's a Benefit brow tint or something like that. But like, it's so weird how it all wears off the packaging. All right, I think I got it laid down okay for now. I'll fix it up a little bit more. I'm going to go in with my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas to prep the lids. I think I got too much. I think I always do. Like, I don't think I'm grabbing that much, and then when I put it on my eyes or my lids, I'm like, oops, I think I grabbed too much. Where is my, there it is. I didn't put it back in its proper place. So I have to do this training every year for work, and one of them is, like, it's so hard to know. I don't know what I can and can't say, but I don't want to get like in trouble. I mean, I'm not really saying anything about my job per se, but anyways, I'm not sure like what words I can use on YouTube, because I always hear people talk about, you know, getting demonetized and getting in trouble for saying certain words or whatever. But we have to take, I guess we'll just say harassment training, and it just kind of goes through what anybody would know about harassment. You know what I'm saying? About improper conduct and stuff like that. And so I was thinking about like some of the stuff that they were talking about, and it just makes me like really think. Not to say, I'm not saying that like it doesn't happen. I know it happens, but there's things that I've done that people might think or consider is inappropriate. And I don't think it's inappropriate, like giving somebody a hug at work. You know what I mean? Like, I've been at my job for 22 years. And I've worked with not like a lot of the people, but quite a few people for years. You know what I mean? Like, I've known these people for years. We've had holiday celebrations together. You know what I mean? I consider these people kind of like my family, even though like I don't hang out with them outside of work all the time, but we still like have conversations about life and stuff like that at work. So I consider these people, my friends. Not all of them, but some of them. I just don't understand how some people can consider some things like inappropriate or be offended. It's like so hard to navigate things today because you just never know. You could have the best of intentions, and because somebody hears something a certain way, they get offended by it, even though that wasn't your intention. I had a friend, I was at a party one time, not like a party, but like a kind of get together with some people from work, and we were talking about something, and I said something, it just popped into my head. Like, I wasn't trying to be rude. Like, it wasn't like I was sitting back and was intentionally meaning to say it the way that she took it, and she made me feel like super bad about it, and that was not my intention. Like, it just popped out of my head, and it was just, I don't know. I don't even know if I can say it because I don't want people to like get offended by it, because that wasn't that wasn't what my intention was. And she kind of looked at me weird, and I was like, "Oh, that's not what I meant." She's like, "Oh yeah, you messed up." Well, no, actually I don't, because you're taking it differently than the way that I was trying to deliver it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but at the same time I don't, because of where I am or where I live, I guess you could say, because I think people like to assume that something that is said means a certain type of person or a certain community, when maybe it doesn't necessarily. It's not necessarily about a community. It's about maybe an area. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a hoity-toity area, or if you're in a really like kind of like run down poor area, it's not necessarily about the people that live there. It's about the level of, I don't know what the word is, like whether or not more poor people live in that area, or you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just got me to thinking, it's really hard to navigate things these days. And you guys are moving. I don't know why it does that, because I don't feel like I'm moving around that much. But it's just, I don't know. It's really hard to navigate, because I never, ever want to hurt anybody's feelings. That is the least, like, I can remember being in high school and people that would go out of their way to tease people. And I was one of those people. When I was younger, man, I got teased horribly, just horribly. Growing pains are a real thing. And the kind of stuff that you go through when you're going through, puberty and stuff like that, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. My parents got divorced when I was 9, and my dad remarried. And at first we lived with my mom until she kind of had like a nervous breakdown, and she ended up in the hospital. And we went through quite a bit. When my mom got sick, my grandma, because we were in Maryland at the time, my grandma, my mom's mom, came back to Maryland to get my mom and bring her back to California. And she ended up going in the hospital, and she brought us back with her. Well, my granddad got really sick, and so my grandma sent us to a like a place for kids that don't have people to take care of them. I don't know why she didn't send us back to my dad, but we were in this home for like 30 days before my dad was able to get enough money together and fundraising to be able to take us back to Maryland. And my stepmom, and when we first got back there, we stayed with my grandparents. We lived with my grandparents until my dad could get a place that had enough room for me and my two sisters, because there's 3 of us, so he needed room for us. And he finally got an apartment and everything. But while we were living with my grandparents, my stepmom came down and picked all 3 of us up. And she had us get money out of we had like little piggy banks at my grandparents' house. And she had us get money out. Back then it was only, I think we took $5 with us. $5 or $10, something like that. It wasn't very much money. So she had us take money out of our banks, and we didn't know where we were going. Well, she took us to get our hairs cut. Let me tell you, my hair was down to the middle of my back. I had really long hair. And she took us, and she had them cut my hair like hers was. I mean, we're talking short, from super long to super short. And I got teased terrible for that. Because I had really short hair, and the way that she styled it was like the way that her hair was. So you can imagine, I don't know, maybe 10, 11 years old at this time. And I've got the haircut of a, 40-year-old woman. So I got teased terrible about that haircut. I remember one time I went to the skating rink, because that was a thing when I was growing up. Your parents would drop you off at the skating rink on a Friday night, and you'd be there, and then they'd come pick you up when it was closing time. Well, I was skating. They had like, you know how they would do like the limbo, and then all girls skate, couple skate, blah, 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 blah. Well, they had all girls skate. So I went out and I was skating, and there was these boys on the side, and they were like, it said all girls skate. And they were, teasing me and like basically calling me a little boy, because of my haircut. You know what I mean? Like, it was awful how bad they were. Like, the stuff that you have to go through growing up, kids are freaking mean, man. But I made it through it. You know what I mean? Like, I think I still have some insecurities from growing up, because that went on for, it wasn't like just a one and done type thing. I mean, this was, I don't know, a few years. And then after a couple years, I wanted to move in with my mom, because I kept like saying, I want my mom, I want to live with my mom. And my dad finally bought me a plane ticket, because my mom was getting better and she had a place and had a job, and so she was in a better mental space. So my dad got me a ticket, packed me up, and sent me to California, back to California to live with my mom because and we were in Maryland. She got sick. My grandmother came and got us. We all went back to California. This was after my parents were divorced. And then all that stuff happened with the like home that we went to, and then we went back to Maryland. And then my mom got better, so my dad sent me back to California to live with my mom. And I went nutso, man. When I moved in with my mom, I grew my hair out. I started shaving my legs because I was 12 or 13, I think. And my stepmom wouldn't let me, she wouldn't let me shave my legs. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Soft Glam. I wore this yesterday, and one of the girls at work said, "What foundation are you using? Your skin looks beautiful." I was like, e.l.f. Soft Glam. Huh. All right, so we got that. What was I saying? I lost track of thought. What I was saying. I grew my hair out. I started shaving because my stepmom, when I was living back there, I couldn't wear makeup. I mean, at 12, I get it. But she wouldn't let me shave. And I can remember in PE class, all the girls were shaved, and I had all this hair on my legs and stuff, and my stepmom wouldn't let me shave. So when I moved in with my mom, I shaved. I started wearing makeup. I let my hair grow out. And I just started to be more who I wanted to be. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's right, but kids are mean. You know what I mean? You should be able to, no matter who you are, where you live, what nationality, race, gender, whatever, you should be able to dress however you want without people assuming something about you because of the way you're dressed. I mean, look at back in the 80s. Like, I was looking at stuff back in the 80s. Like, I'm going to use Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I keep losing train of thought. But I was looking at, like, the bands and stuff like that, because if you go on Instagram, they'll have like these pages that'll have all these clippets of videos, like best 80s music, top 10 80s hair bands, top this, top that, you know what I mean? And I was looking through, and they had like Poison and Warrant and Ozzy Osbourne, and like, it just made me think, like, how different things were like back then. You could, I don't know, it felt like when that time was around, you could dress how you wanted to, be how you wanted to, and people didn't assume, or I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It just felt like a different time in the 80s. It just really did. I don't, and maybe it's just because my experience was different from other people's experience. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people say they wouldn't go back to high school at all because it was a tough time. I didn't have a bad experience in high school. Elementary school and the beginning of junior high, yes, it was pretty bad during that time when I got teased and stuff. But once I moved to California and kind of settled in, I made some really good friends, and I think I had a really good experience. Like, I don't remember having any issues with people in high school. Like, maybe the beginning of high school, there was a couple tiffs with a couple girls that, because they like misunderstood me, you know, but I always had like people that protected me from those mean girls, from the mean people that wanted to like beat me up for absolutely no reason. And she's a big flirt. And so what? I wasn't flirting with your boyfriend, so what do you care? Like, people just misunderstood me growing up a lot. But I had really good experience in high school, and I had really good friends, and like I don't have bad memories of high school. So I would go back in a heartbeat. I really would, because I had some really good friends. I had some really good times, and it was less stressful. And like I said, maybe some people's experiences were different, but I think the school that I went to and the area I lived in, people were just more, because it was California, Southern California. There's a lot of blending going on there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really remember a lot of fights in my high school. I don't remember, like, I mean, maybe one or two I can remember girls like fighting after school or something, but like for the most part, there wasn't really a lot of fighting that I remember. I think everybody pretty much at my high school really got along with each other, which was nice, which made my experience a lot better. I don't think that I'm going to wear lashes today. I'm kind of trying to take a break from them a little bit because I can see, like, I don't know. I have a hard time pulling the glue off the lashes because I'm afraid I'm going to rip the band when I'm trying to pull the glue off. I wish there was an easier way to clean them. You know, like if you could soak them in something, micellar water or something to break up the glue. I don't know. There's just got to be an easier way than trying to pull the glue off. I think that's looking pretty good. I do need to powder. So we're going to use I used the Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Trio Blush and Highlight Palette. That's that right there. That's such a pretty blush. And then for the Cocoa Contour, I probably didn't show you. I used this shade right here to contour with. It smells so good. It smells so good. All right, let me get my little poofy poof concealer. I almost forgot concealer. Crazy. I try to, like, I see people do their makeup in a certain order, and then sometimes I try it, and when I try it, it gets me out of my routine, and then I'll forget certain things. You know what I mean? That's why it's really important to have a routine. I try to have a routine when I'm at work, because when I have a routine and I do the same thing every day, it helps me to not, let me use this mirror. It helps me to not forget things that I need to get done. You know what I mean? So I try to do things, not exactly. I mean, every day is different. So of course, certain things are going to be a little different, but I try to keep kind of like a little bit of the same routine so that I don't forget to do things I'm supposed to do, you know, because I absolutely hate to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, I just do. And I don't like being talked to either. Like, because it makes me feel like I did something wrong. I'm using the Glam Light translucent setting powder. Like, look at that, guys. See that? And then look at that. Wow. That looks really good, I think. In my opinion, anyway. But yeah. And then people will get like, people will call and say, oh, did you forget to do this? And I know that I'm not perfect and I make mistakes. And then of course, if something happens, your boss or whatever has to point it out to you. Like, hey, you missed this or you did that. But it's still, it makes me feel bad, you know, because I never want to forget anything. I don't want to do anything wrong, even though, like, in my brain, I know you're not perfect, Renee. You're going to make mistakes. I still don't like to make mistakes because I pride myself on doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, my brain is so weird. It's like, I'm telling myself, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. And then I beat myself up when I do make a mistake. And then I feel all bad about it and everything. I don't know. It's weird that my mind Is it weird? Is it weird that my mind works like that? Does anybody else feel like that? Like, I hate making mistakes, especially when it comes to my job. Oh, I think I sprayed too much. I'm going to have to let that soak in a little bit. But I think it looks really pretty. What do you think? And now I got all these lippies out in front of me that I can choose from. It's only my hump day. Today is Monday the 6th, I think. All right. I think I'm going to get off. We're at almost 30 minutes. I think I'm going to get off and I'm going to finish everything up and then I'll come back with the final look, so don't go anywhere. Hey guys, I'm back and the look is done. All right, so this is Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Devine Rose Luxe Quad. I got this from Bizy Beauty Customs. This is the color story. So I used this one in the transition area. I used this one on the outer V. I used this one kind of like on the middle of the lid here. And then this one's like on the inner there. I also used this shade on the lower lash line. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Damn. And Pat McGrath Labs is expensive. Ugh. All right. For highlighter, I used this one right here and I put it on the inner corner and the brow bone. Should I put a little on my cheeks? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Pretty. I don't know why I don't use highlighter more. I don't. I just don't. I don't know why. I guess it's probably because I don't want to be glowy, you know? But I guess certain kind of glows are okay. Put a little bit more on my brow bone there. Blend that out. That's so pretty. So, yeah. It's my blush, too. All right, I showed you the contour. Lower lashes, I've got the Benefit Roller Lash on the lower lashes, and then I've got the Charmacy on the upper lashes. I did let the mascara dry down while I was doing the rest of my makeup, and then I curled my lashes again after the mascara was dry. For my lips, I've got ColourPop Good and Plenty, and then I used this Amore from Pat McGrath Labs. I want to say from the packaging, it looks like Bridgerton-esque, so I'm thinking this is probably from the Bridgerton collection. And then for gloss, because I wanted to put a little gloss on top of that, I got this little Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm not sure the shade. Bubbly? I think it says bubbly on the bottom. Is that everything? Oh no, I found these freckle pens. I've got this one and this one right here. I think this is blue. No, maybe not. I don't know, it kind of looks... No, this is a darker brown. This is more of an auburn color. So I used this one today to put some freckles on. I don't know if you can see them, but last time I did that, one of the girls at work was like, what do you got under your face? And I'm like, it's a freckle pen. It's not supposed to look like I got mascara under my eyes. It's supposed to look like I got freckles naturally. Ooh, so that was kind of disappointing. But I don't know if you can see them there, but they are there. You can see a little bit. I just tapped it on and then kind of blended them out. I did go over my brows with this LA Colors brow pencil. I just kind of, I don't know, filled it in a little bit from what this might have missed when I was doing it. I used LA Colors brow and what is it? Eyeliner and brow pencil. I put that on Tightline. And then for my waterline, I used Tiptoe Beauty Creations because I really like this shade in the waterline. It's like, this is the makeup like I use on the daily basis. I need to start switching it out once a week, once a month, something like that. So I use the same face products for like a week or two and then switch it out and pick some other stuff so I can kind of get through my collection and hone down what I really, really like. You know what I mean? Because I know some people will say that they're lazy makeup appliers. They just want to be able to put it on and be done. With me, the whole process of doing my makeup, I enjoy. So I don't mind taking my time to do my makeup and making something work for me, because this is like my chill time. I got my YouTube videos going. I'm doing my makeup. I'm taking my time because I don't like to be rushed. I just want to be able to enjoy the process. You know what I mean? And not be stressed and just have a woosah day, you know? And the way that I start my day off will determine the way the rest of my day is going to be. So I want to start my day off good and relaxed and chill and just kind of, let's do our makeup and hang out together. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Anyways, I think that is everything. My hair is looking pretty decent today. The curls are. I think the main problem for me is when it starts to dry and it tends to get a little frizzy. I've got to make sure that I can do something about that. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this kind of stuff as well as a lot of other things, I hope you'll join the family. Just go down below, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn the notification bell up to all. That way, hopefully YouTube will notify you when I make a new upload. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Say hi, let me know that you stopped by. And if you join, welcome to Nene's Glam Squad. We love to have you here and get to know you. And yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta get out the door. I'm running a smidge behind what I like to be leaving. But anyways, hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.